Good morning, good morning, good morning. Now I'm starting my day off with my goalie gummies. I don't know if y'all can see it. It's a little bright this morning. Good morning, good morning. You looking for a way to help manage your weight? Take that apple cider vinegar that you're not really wanting to take. That is the way to go. Okay? Good morning to morning music and motivation with James. Y'all, I've been being consistent about it. I'm so excited about it because consistency makes success. Come on, somebody. Come on in the room. Share. Please share this video. If you're just getting in, share it. Tell somebody we're on. We're live. We're live. We are definitely live. And we are getting started with morning music and motivation with James. Y'all already know this is the way we start our day. This is how we're going to start our day every day. Well, Monday through Friday. We're going to start our day with morning music and motivation with James, because guess what? Ain't nothing like some good music. Ain't nothing like having a great morning, knowing that we've made affirmations to have a good morning, and being motivated about whatever we got going on, not necessarily in the future, but right now. Like, let's celebrate today. Let's celebrate the fact that we're alive, we're breathing. And I know y'all like, wait, that's just so simple, James. Like, please, calm your nerve. I know. Like, I woke up. Okay, good. Okay, you better. Okay, anyway. I can't tell you how to feel about that. But what I can tell you, and y'all, I got all my work stuff on today. I intended not to have that on the video, but this is live, so welcome to live. Okay. Now, hopefully, I got it a little bit more together. Y'all probably couldn't even see that, could y'all? It don't matter, y'all. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the likes, the shares. Listen, I just want to jump on into just kind of motivating you guys to continue to keep going, continue to keep doing what you're doing. Continue to keep striving, y'all, if the police is out again. The police always out. I mean, they don't want me to go. I ain't going but 30. I'm just, y'all like, well, if you're going 30, what you worrying about? But, I mean, I don't know. It's just something about police hiding in the corners for me that's just like, woo, maybe it's for my path. I don't know. But anyway, I just want to encourage you guys to, yesterday on my TikTok, if you're not on my TikTok, what are you doing? Like, go follow me. Like, I'm really going to follow you back. Like, where is my bracelet? My other bracelet. The whole devil. I done lost my bracelet. Well, I probably left it at the house. So anyway, I'm trying to get this phone together because it's not staying still this morning. Praise the Lord. We're trying to find the heavenly resting place. But ooh, is that a little crooked? Anyway, I'm really all over the place this morning, but I really wanted to talk about yesterday what I talked about on my TikTok. Don't let nobody mess up your day. Like, don't get distracted. Don't get confused by why people are treating you the way that you're treating. Don't even think that deep right now, because sometimes we allow people to get in our space and just mess up our whole day. How many times have I done that? Like, when I tell you, I was saying on the first day of morning music and motivation with James that there were a few days where I was just like, Y'all see me like I'm putting my hands up, like I'm going like, what is going on? Why is this happening? And why is it happening this way? Like, what is really going on? Like, why I gotta be going through all this? But I was allowing people to mess up my day. Like, I was allowing things or somebody or someone or some people or even just the thought of stuff just to mess my mind up. Let me tell you something. Don't you do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't allow it. Don't continue to allow people to have that much power over your happiness. Don't allow too many people to have not even too many people. Don't allow people to have that much power over your sanity. Don't let people have that much power over your day. Let me tell you something. If you allow it, folk can have you out here thinking you crazy. You ain't fine. And I'm talking about fine, like y'all fine, okay? Y'all out there, y'all fine, okay? And guess what? And I'm talking about fine, like y'all look good, you're gorgeous, you're handsome, you're pretty, you're beautiful. And people are have you out here thinking that you ain't. People are out here thinking that you're insecure. People have you out here having you insecure. People will be out here having you thinking that you're wrong, or you're not doing right, or you're not in order. And that's not even the case. But if you don't check yourself, and if you don't go back and sit down and recalibrate and say, you know what, I'm not going to allow people to mess me up today. I'm going to get myself together. And I'm talking crazy, like I was talking on that first, and I'm not saying when I say I'm talking crazy, y'all, I just be just with the way I talk. If you new here, Facebook, YouTube, welcome, because this is the way I talk, okay? But I'm saying, and if y'all are commenting, thank you so much. I can't see it. I know I say that every morning, but y'all probably gonna be like, I'm gonna stop. Don't do it. I'm going back to every one of your comments, and I'm going to respond. Anybody that been on my live, I've watched my lives, I always go back and I comment. So thank y'all again. I really appreciate you, and I'm glad that you decided to start a part of your morning with James and some motivation, because you gotta have it. I mean, even if you don't, like, some of us are self-motivated. One of my students had asked me, because I do motivational Mondays in my class, and I find a quote that, well, not a quote, I used to do that when I first started teaching, but I find motivational videos that inspire. Sometimes I find stuff that inspires just students, and sometimes I find stuff that inspires everybody, like just as an inspirational, motivational video, you know? And one of my students was like, I really think they battle with some insecurities and some other things I just don't want to talk about, but I understand because I've been there. They were saying, well, what if you don't know, like, even though you're watching this stuff, like, you're still not motivated, like, you're just not. And I was like, look, and I almost had to think, like, I was like, how do you motivate yourself, even though people are putting motivation in your way, people are putting motivation in your space. Like, some of you are listening to this, you're not even getting motivated because you're still in your mind. Like, you cannot break that cycle of, I'm hearing him say, don't let nobody distract you. I'm hearing him say, have a great day. I'm hearing him say, go out and be great. I'm hearing him say that I'm a king, I'm a queen, I'm royalty. I can be whatever I want to be. I ain't got to worry about what nobody else got going on. I'm focusing on me and what I got going on, and I'm still in my space. That's something mental that you have to get out of. You have to go and say, you know what? I got to get out of my mind, because sometimes we think ourselves into spaces. I say this all the time. Sometimes we think ourselves into spaces where it's like, you ain't gonna get out of that. Like, you gonna stay in that space. Like, that's where you want to be. Now, I always say it's okay to be in a moment, but a moment is a moment, and don't let a moment be forever. Because if you are, especially if it's in the negative, you have to get up, get out of that space, and get yourself together. You got to do it, because if not, you'll be sitting here going like, well, Lord, what is going on today? And guess what, guys? Thank God it's Friday. It's fantastic Friday. It's fabulous Friday. My students say I love that word. Why? I don't know. Why? And I also want to talk today about, and before I do that, y'all, my mama got me breakfast. She got me a sandwich today, and it's going to be cold. It's just going to be cold. Look, can y'all see it? It's just going to be, it's like a croissant. It's going to be cold. Why? I be running my mouth. And somebody going to say, eat, James, eat on this camera. And that's what I'm not going to do, because I'm really excited about what I'm saying. I can't be stopping and eat. I just can't do it. But I'm going to eat it cold, too. Man, it's going to be real cold, because I mean, I don't know. Neither here nor there. Back to what I was saying. I really want to speak a little bit about knowing your worth. Y'all, listen. Ooh, I about cried yesterday. You thought I about cried today when I was talking about how I was growing up and I had a learning disability and all that stuff like that. They was trying to label me, blah, 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 blah. Listen. When I tell you today and talking about, thank y'all so much too. Share this video. I don't want to forget, share this video, because this is, y'all be talking about some good stuff. I be giving y'all some good stuff. Don't miss it. Good morning, everybody. Know your worth. I can't give no specific situations at this time. Maybe next week I will, after some things transpire. But just know your worth, know your value. Don't let nobody degrade who you are and what you are. You worked hard to become who you are, whether it's in your personal life or in your professional life. You work for that. And you cannot allow people to play you. Know your worth. Know what you've worked hard for. Know the time and the energy and the skill that you put in to just even if you're talking about personal life, that you put in to become who you are. You are who you are today because of what you've done, the work that you put in, the seeds that you've sown, the connection to God that you've created. And you don't let nobody in your space and have you think anything differently, like, wait a minute, I may not be as great as I am. I'm not saying go out here and be cocky, but be confident. Be confident in who God made you. Again, like I always say, it ain't nobody. It ain't but one you. And for all my English scholars, sorry if you coming on here for that. I know English, I love it, but I don't talk like that when I'm getting real. I just put it out there. I mean, when I tell you it's imperative that you be the best you that you can be and don't let nobody mess that up. Like, people will have you out here, and I talked about this yesterday, people will be out here having you thinking that you are just out of order, you're the worst person ever, you've done this, y'all, everybody make mistakes. And this goes for you too. So when people make mistakes, you cannot hound on that. Now, you make a choice whether you feel like that mistake was so big that you cannot welcome them or continue your relationship with them in your life. That's your choice. You have a choice. But if you feel like it's worth it, you pick those pieces up, you forgive them. Now, you don't allow them to continue to beat down on you or do negative things or whatever that is. But if you feel like it's worth it, you get up, you pick up the pieces, and you keep going. Life ain't easy, but it's worth it. Life ain't, let me say it again. Life ain't easy, but it's worth it. You cannot give up on life. Now, if you feel like that person or those things or that situation is no longer valuable in your life, that's your decision. You make that decision and you go from there. And you go from there. But and then pray about it and see what God says. Make sure you align with God. You pray, you ask God, you sit down, you think about it, you put down, sometimes I've even done this. You put down your pros and your cons, or how they say it, what's good and what's bad, and if the good outweigh the bad. And it's all a preference though, because some people can have a list of all these good things, and it could just be one bad thing on this corner that outweigh all of these good things. Some people will look at that list and say, well, my God, why would you just stop dealing with this person or this thing because of this one thing? And they have all of these great things on this side, but they're just looking at the number. They're looking like, okay, this is a bunch of stuff over here on the good, and you only got this one or two things on the bad. But for some people, that bad is worth all of those small good things. Like, they outweigh that. So it's a preference, it's a choice. You have to make the choice. You have to make the decision, and that's when you have to put on your big boy pants. I was about to say some other stuff. Pray for me this morning. I just randomly do stuff like that. But I'm serious. Like, literally, you have to make decisions in your life that's going to better you. There were times when I had some people in my life that, and this is not currently, this is in my past, so please don't be looking like, well, who in there now? He talking about. There were people in my life back in the day. I'm talking about back in the day, where I knew I had to remove them out of my situation. And this has happened to me several times. It just wasn't it. Some of them, we were not a good fit. It just didn't work in my favor. I wasn't good for them. They were not good for me. We may have thought that what we were doing felt fun and good, but it just wasn't it. That wasn't it. They needed a situation, my ministry, whatever I had going on, it needed not to be there. It needed not to be there. And so I didn't know how to remove them out at the time, but God, did some things and things happened. But when I tell you, you have to be prepared. Danielle said last night, and I listen to people well. It may not look like I do all the time, because sometimes, y'all, I be on my phone, but I be really listening. But she said you have to at least prepare for what you're expecting from God. You have to at least be prepared for what you're asking for God to do in your life. God, I want to be blah, blah, blah. Because we were saying, how many people have gotten somewhere, like, we want to, I was giving an example, I'm just saying, this is just somebody, y'all. I want to be the owner of a Chick-fil-A. This is not true. It's not what I want to do. I'm giving an example. I want to be an owner of have you prepared for that? So what if you get the Chick-fil-A, you don't know what you're doing, you don't know how to manage, you don't have any management skills, you don't have any ownership skills, you don't know anything necessarily about it, you just went out, you had enough money, you went out, you got a loan, you were able to get a loan, you got it, and you don't know what to do with it, and then it's not successful. But we know that's probably not true, because Chick-fil-A got a standard, child. If you don't get it together, they probably will close you. Huh? Be like, nope, get out of here. But that's just an example. What I'm trying to say is, if you ain't ready and you out here in these streets wanting things, and then when you get it and then you're unsuccessful at it, you putting your head down, and then here's another thing. Lord, where's my water? Because I am really using my voice this morning. That's really going on. Why am I screaming at the camera? I told y'all in the morning, my voice is not on 1,000, okay? Y'all keep it in prayer. But I literally feel like people put themselves in positions and then they're not prepared for them. And then here's another thing. You're out here expecting God to do things and you ain't putting in the necessary work that you're supposed to be putting in. And here's the thing. Here's a word. Some people think, oh, this is the only thing I'm supposed to be doing, so I got other people to do that, so I ain't going to do it. What did I tell y'all about that the other day? I said, if you expect people to do things the way that you want them done, or if it don't happen, you better get up and make it happen. You cannot sit and be waiting on people. You just can't do it. Like, you have to get your life together and make sure that things are in order for you. Don't be waiting on somebody to make that happen for you. You got to do it too. You got to do your part. There are people who are artists that say, well, you know what, I'm an artist, I'm just going to sing. But that's cute. And that might be somebody's portion. That might be somebody. Remember, nobody is made the same. That means nobody's life is made exactly the same. You may be looking at your cousin and them who are Grammy Award winning, and they just get up and they sing every day. Because that might not be your situation. That might not be how God wrote your story. You may have to get up, get your behind up and work, make calls, post, make flyers, do whatever you got to do to make it. And you're thinking, oh, well, all I got to do is, or build relationships, get contacts. You may be thinking, oh, all I got to do is just get up and sing, because that's what my cousins and them doing. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else, because guess what? They have, Danielle said this I can't take credit for this one. She said they have, and this is what I think. This is the same thing I think. I probably say it differently, but it's the same thing. They have a set of people that they're assigned to. You have another set of people that you're assigned to, if that's what God called you to do, and you cannot compare their fan base or what they got going on, or even their life, their situation, or their career to what you have going on. That's just like, I got a car and then somebody else got a car. We got two different cars. It runs different. They're like, when you get in this car, you're like, when I get in this car don't drive like mine. Duh, it's not the same car. You don't have the same life. It's not going to drive the same way as somebody else's life. You're over here trying to drive a Hummer like you drive your Toyota Camry. What are you doing? What are you doing? It's not the same. It's not the same. And that's an extensive example, but they're examples that are very close to each other, like similar cars, but they still don't drive exactly the same. They're not made the same way, even in the same brand. That's like trying, and I fuss about this all the time, that's like trying to run a small school, because y'all know I'm a teacher. So that's like trying to run a small school like you would run a large school. Like, what are you doing? What? That's not, why? Why? How? How can that happen? There are going to be differences. There are things that have to be done differently in order to effectively meet the needs of that school for both of them, large or small. And so you cannot operate. You can't be. Why would you call a school of 2,000 and ask them, well, how y'all do so and so and so? And it might be a situation where it's no way that you can ask that. Why are you not calling another small school? I don't care if you got to go outside your district. You have to be able to use your resources, build relationships with people, so you can say, I can call and ask, hey, I'll give you an example. If I'm a band director and I work at a certain type of school, like what I'm working at a small school. I've always worked at a small school, and so if I don't know how to do something, I'm calling and somebody says, well, how do you do recruitment? Because I'm looking at your band and you have a pretty large number of students in your band. What do you do for your program? That's making connections, because you're trying to figure out, like, well, how can I build my program like his? But some of you are so, and I don't want to say arrogant, but some of y'all are. But some of y'all are too prideful. Let's say that. Your pride is up here to the roof. Your pride is so far up that you're unable to make those connections and build those relationships. And then there are others of you who are really prideful, but you act like you're not, and you act like you're so humble. But you're really not. And that's why you can't really effectively build relationships, because you act humble, but you're really not. And then you wonder why you don't have the full built relationships. I'm trying to figure out why that thing still say Valentine's gifts. Why you don't have those connections. Like, how did you get this? And how did you go over here? And how did you... Y'all, it's a difference between acting like you humble and really being humble. And some of y'all think that nobody can see. There are people out here that's prophetic. There are other people out there too. And not only that, God see it. I don't care if nobody else see it. God see it, and one day you got the answer. And you may not even be worried about one day, but guess what? It's gonna come. And it may be sooner than later. We don't want to talk about that, but at the end of the day, make sure that you're doing yourself good right now. Ain't no need to act like you humble if you're not. Find the humility in you. You will not be successful at the end of the day until you make sure that you have some humility. Don't you get out here and forget where you came from. Don't you get out here and forget who's helping you and who's helped you. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I just want to motivate you guys to continue to be great. Find out what your vision is and how you're going to get to it. And when you find a little success, don't lose it. Like, don't go, oh, it's James Patterson. You know, people be like, oh, DJ's Patterson. And I be like, what? I really have to sit and tell myself, like, James, you know you went to Europe, right? I mean, because I don't even look at it like that. Some people, if you take them somewhere, they'd be like, oh, I've arrived. It's just really not, you can't allow it to get to that point. I want you guys to make Friday and this weekend, if you're not working this weekend, take some time, relax, calm down. Life gonna happen whether you moving or not. Don't stress. Some of y'all are going through some things and you're like, I can't even focus on my goals. It's okay. Don't do it. Don't do it. Sit down. Go somewhere and sit down. Go somewhere and relax. Go somewhere and just take a nap or something, or read a book. Like, you don't have to, if you got free time, go sit down. Some people are like, oh, people that rest don't be successful. Listen, if you don't, you'll be to lose it. Take some time. I'm telling you the opposite of what somebody might tell you. I don't care. I don't have nobody to answer to. But God, if you feel like, okay, I have had a busy week, I am tired, go and get some rest. Go to the beach. Go to your favorite restaurant. Make sure you wear your mask. Go to your cousin's house. and just hang out. Watch some Netflix or go with your boo. I mean, I don't know. Do something. Relax. You don't have to always be working. But when you do work and be effective at it, and you won't have to be out here stressing like, am I going to get this? Is this going to be done? Am I going to have this? That's all I'm saying. Well, guys, our time is up. I want you to continue to be motivated. It's Fun Friday. Fabulous Friday. It's just Friday. It's thank God it's Friday. And we thank God for you. We thank God for everybody that's watching. Before you get off, share the video. If you're rewatching this video, share it with somebody who may need encouragement. Again, we get on the video and we don't even share or like. It's okay though. It's going to get to whoever it needs to get to. I can't make you do anything. But I want to say this to you. Make today one of the best days of your life, and don't let anybody mess it up. You hear me? Don't let nobody mess this day up. It's your day. God has given it to you, and I want you to go out and be great. Go into your jobs if that's where you got to go. Make it happen. Get through the day. Do what you need to do, and smile. Be happy. Tell everybody, hey. If that's not what you want to do, take some time. But don't let nobody mess your day up. I'm sick of it. Don't you do it. You go out here, have an amazing day. Be great. Be amazing. Do your thing. Keep your swag on. And don't let nobody take you off your game. Okay? I love y'all. It ain't nothing you can do about it. Until next week. Morning music and motivation with James. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week. Y'all already know what time it is. Same place, same time, same guy, different story, maybe the same story. I don't know. Share this video, and y'all go out and be amazing today. Like, stop it. Go out and be great. It's already inside of you. Go out and do it. I love y'all. See y'all later. Have a great weekend. Have a great day. Enjoy. And don't let nobody mess your day up. Go out and be great.